So I'm trying to think to myself, who's at fault? Jada or Will? Because at the end of the day, Jada is going off the hinges, embarrassing Will. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, roll the tape.
But a lot is the journey. I mean, we started in this at a very young age, 22 years old.
It's crazy.
That's why the accountability part really hit for me because I think you expect your partner to know, especially when it comes to sex.
Right.
It's like, well, if you love me, you should know.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you love me,
You should be able to read
you
my
should
mind.
read my mind.
Yeah.
You know
No,
what I
that's
mean?
a huge
That's a
pitfall.
huge pitfall.
Yeah, it is. I hate that.
You know,
I hate Isn't it weird though? It's like someone doesn't read your mind and we feel crushed.
Crushed.
Like we feel so disappointed. Where do we get that from?
I
think
don't know,
it's a
because I don't feel like that at
romanticized-
all. I guess, or maybe I've just grown out of it.
I think
it's
you
like you
probably-
gotta tell me what you need. Like I can't read your mind.
Right.
Because I've grown out of it too.
Yeah.
Tell me
Right.
what you need, tell me what you want, and on top of it, I know that I have to be accountable to do the same.
And do you?
I really try.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable,
Very.
but it's deeply healthy. And
I mean, I absolutely get it. Both of y'all are young. You say you're 22 and you automatically expect Will to understand your thought process, but it doesn't always work like that. You got to understand something. Especially when you're young, women barely even know like a little bit about themselves when it comes to their own body. So if you're expecting a 22-year-old man to know your body, it just ain't gonna happen. Because at the end of the day, we're still learning you as a woman. You know what I mean? There's a process that we have to go through. So of course we aren't gonna know your body. So, and Will Smith, you know, of course he promised that he wouldn't become like his father. So he didn't want to have the Oedipus complex, which that's complex in itself, which I won't go into. But even me, like my father wasn't like the greatest dad in the world or the greatest husband. And so I promised myself I wouldn't treat a woman the same way. But at the end of the day, I'm not a doormat. I'm a man's man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real man, and I balance that stuff out because you can't just let a woman walk all over you. It just is what it is. And the thing about that is, I think Jada in a way hates what she has become because of Will. And it's nothing against Will. It's just, I think there's a part of her that being in that industry, it really took away from the two being together. You know what I'm saying? Like the way it should be, like a healthy type of relationship. And of course she's sexually real sexual. You know what I'm saying? The industry has really ruined her. And I'll put it this way, I feel like Jada's turned out, but that's just my opinion, you know. And she has Will Smith out here looking like a cuck. And yeah, it's just embarrassing. But is it really her fault though? Because at the end of the day, I mean, you see some footage of Will acting some type of way too. Now, Jada was up there trying to massage Will's back, and it wasn't working out right. Some other dude got up on that back, on his little shoulders or whatever, and he let him go to town. But you know what? You don't have to hear me talk about it. Let's watch it.
That is a man hand. That's a man hand. Hey, the pressure changed to y'all. Only a man knows what a man needs.
The look on her face explains it all. My question is, okay, this is another man's business, but has Will ever busted it wide open for another dude in that industry? I'm just saying, some of these people take advantage of people. Did Will Smith let somebody run up inside of him? And Jada didn't take too well when he said what he said about the other dude. You know, it takes a man to understand whatever it was. But Jada didn't take that too well. You saw her facial expression. But anyway, I mean, neither here nor there. Jada, she just making Will look out here like, you know, bad. You know, he needs to take care of that situation. And one thing I gotta say too, no offense to Red Table Talk, I'm so glad the daughter was not on the panel. It's just something about it. She just annoys. I'm sorry, she annoys me because every time I turn around, she's like, "Oh, oh." She sounds like a woman in heat on a porn video. You know how they make those now? It's like, oh, oh yeah, oh. I'm like, Willow, really? Stop. But anyway, I'm glad that that's over with. Will, you up here sounding like Andrew Caldwell. Stop it.
Do-rag too, because I can take off the do-rag. Oh yeah, I can take off the do-rag. I can take off the do-rag. Y'all understand that tomorrow is Hallelujah Day. Tomorrow God will get the glory. Tomorrow is the saints. The saints get together.
Anyway, y'all, that's it. I'm making it short. I'm out. Real quick, you guys, another thing we gotta consider too is Will Smith will never be Tupac. You know what I'm saying? She really loved Tupac, and they have a history. You know what I'm saying? That the sad part is that Will is still competing against Tupac beyond the grave, and that's something that'll never happen. It's obvious Will is a different man than Tupac. Will cares more about the money and his success than anything else. And I know one video he was saying that you can never make too much money. But Tupac, on the other hand, yes, he made his paper, but at the end of the day, he was about the community. And we know this because if you listen to this conversation that he had with Monster Cody, he was talking about things he wanted to do in the community, how he wanted to talk to people in the hood, and also, you know, talk to so-called black on black world leaders like Al Sharpton, things like that. He wanted to do stuff. So he was very prolific in that regard. Will Smith, he's just not the same. He may do stuff here and there quietly with his money, but it's just not going to be anything too risky where it could get his life taken, basically. He's not really a threat. So, you know, he's already deep in the industry, him and Jada. It is what it is. But like I said, I don't feel like she likes the person who she became. You know what I mean? And I know she partially blames Will, but Jada, at the end of the day, you got to take accountability for what you did, because you chose this lifestyle. You chose Will because you knew he was that. You saw something in him, whether it be a twinkle in his eye or whatever it was, or maybe an opportunity to go further in this industry because of him. So, I mean, you know, you chose the life that you chose, the path that you chose, and it just is what it is. But anyway, y'all, that's it for me. This was just a side note of whatever I had to say. And watch, talk, and act. And don't just act, people. Create solutions. I'm out. For real this time.